After 6 o'clock p.m. time to give shout out, it's 6:25 p.m.
Sugar boom boom, I'm chasing dragons. This dragon's got my hand. Sugar boom boom, I'm robbing people, but I'm an honest man.
Let me tell you straight up, homie, this story's not rehearsed. Done my share of drogas, but we
Hello! West Alameda! It's after 6 o'clock. Time to give a shout out. Thank you to all the frontline essential workers, to the doctors, the nurses, the longshoremen, bus drivers, the truck drivers, the farm workers, those who work in the stores, those who work in the restaurants, the hotels, counselors, teachers, the parents. So please, you hear my voice? Would you mind clapping your hands? Honk your horns? Shout? Make some noise! What's up, Facebook? So, I guess today's one of those days ain't nobody trying to honk the horn, blow whistle, clap the hands, or shout. But it's okay. Like I said, I'm doing this to show my appreciation for those who have done so much, and and to also recognize and acknowledge those who have died because of coronavirus and everything else that's going on right now. So today is, let me turn this thing around, my bad. Today is 440 as of April the 1st, 2020, when I started doing this. I'm now on the 440th day of doing either a shout out from my balcony or wherever I'm at, or even if I ain't shouting out, I'm just talking about what's going on. So that's what it is, day 440. Today is June 14th, 2021. And according to the Coronavirus Pandemic Live on YouTube, we have lost 3,831,635 throughout the world to coronavirus, to COVID-19. And right here in the United States, 615,254. That's one in red. And if you look at this one in black, which represents yesterday, June 13th, this is what it was on June 13th. You see, making the comparison of how many people, when people have died between yesterday and today. Then you go over here to the green. This is what it was in April 2020. 263,000 throughout the world, and 73,000 right here in the United States. So that's what's going on. I'm trying not to keep this going on so long. I mean, a lot of times I'm out here forever talking and stuff, so I'm trying to keep it short, as simple as possible. So I want to give birthday shout outs today to Marlena Watkins, Rodell Harris, LaJuan Dozier, Beverly Powell, Antoinette Thomas, Sondicia Dunlap, Tracy Lewis, Gabrielle Williams. Hey, y'all, happy birthday to you. It's like a lot of people today. These are like who I'm Facebook friends with, so when I see it's their birthday, I like to give the shout out. So happy birthday, Marlena, Rudell, Luan, Beverly, Antoinette, Sondicia, Tracy, Sibriel. Happy birthday, y'all. Hope you have a great day today. Normally I put down somebody who was born on this date, but I was running late as usual, so I didn't put anybody down. BAHALA NA, June 14th. So, world and local events. Decatur, Georgia. Some of this got erased when I moved the sign. This guy, Victor Lee Tucker, in Decatur, Georgia, went to a Big Bear supermarket, and the cashier, a female cashier, a woman, I'm not sure how old the woman was, but she asked Victor Lee, would he mind putting his mask on? This is when he's standing in line without a mask on, and she asked, my understanding, she asked him very politely, she didn't yell at him or cuss at him or nothing like that, So he was just like, he got mad and left his food at the counter, went out to his car, came back with a gun, walked up to the cashier, and shot her in the head. So y'all know, this is one of those states that's like, they get to carry guns and all this other stuff. This is what he did. This is the same state in Georgia where those vigilantes killed Ahmaud Arbery for jogging in their white neighborhood. So I know that I looked it up. Victor Lee Tucker is a white man, 30 years old. I don't know what his politics is. I don't know if he's a Trump supporter, a white supremacist, whatever he is. I have no idea. I have no idea if the cashier was black or white, but the thing is, she was killed simply for asking this guy, Victor Lee Tucker, to put on a mask. And, when you think about it, that's a damn shame. Now, in addition to that story, there was an off-duty sheriff who was, I guess, doing security at the supermarket. He pulled out his gun, and he shot this dude. I think he shot him 2, maybe 3 times. And Victor Lee Tucker shot back and wounded the guard. Both of them were shot, and they took the deputy, the off-duty sheriff, took him to the hospital, and this dude, Victor Lee, was trying to crawl out the store when the police arrived, and they arrested him. So I hope they do whatever needs to be done to him. Austin, Texas, on Saturday, 14 people were shot on Saturday at a thing, and I'm not sure, but I believe that the ones that did the shooting, there was part of some like big motorcycle thing going on, a biker thing. Anyway, it was 14 people shot on Saturday. One person ended up dying, and a young lady, Jessica Ramirez, who was celebrating her 34th birthday, wasn't even involved in it, got caught in the crossfire. Evidently, these guys were shooting at each other. She got caught in the crossfire, and she's now paralyzed. So here we go. This is another one of those things where somebody who's innocent, gets hurt behind somebody else's stupidity. And that's what happened to Jessica Ramirez. In Israel, Netanyahu, the prime minister who was prime minister of Israel for 12 years, which I gather is some kind of record, they ousted him, and they have a new ruling coalition. Although the new ruling coalition is still the leader of that coalition. The new prime minister also comes from the same kind of party as Netanyahu. Netanyahu is kind of like on the same level as Trump. Okay, so he's like, Netanyahu is a right winger. His whole thing has been to push the Palestinians who live in East Jerusalem, which is predominantly Muslim, push them out. In fact, the whole uprising and everything that happened earlier was because of Netanyahu looking for a reason to do this, because he's trying to stay in power. Trying to stay in power. Sounds like Trump, huh? trying to stay in power and engineered this whole thing where he had Israeli police and soldiers attacking Muslims during Ramadan, which is the holy religious holiday for Muslims. And so that's what started all of that. Anyway, he's no longer the prime minister. This other guy is now new prime minister, but he's a right-winger too, so I don't know how that's going to work. On this date, June 14th, 1863, Battle of Port Hudson, Louisiana. The 1st and 3rd Louisiana Native Guard. So you already know when they call it Native Guard, you know those are African-American regiments. They participated in the battle to take Port Hudson back from the slave masters, their rebel army. The black and white Union troops, because they didn't just send in the... Actually, they didn't even send in the Africans till after the white troops had been beaten. And and the general was trying to win this battle, so that's when he finally decided to send in the black guard, the Native Guard. But by the end of the battle, he basically just sent them in as cannon fodder. But regardless, they lost the battle. The Confederates, the racist Confederate flag carrying slave master army, they managed to hold on to Port Hudson. And that's what happened on June 14th, 1863. So, gratitude and respect to the front line and the essential workers. Y'all heard me out here shouting and yelling for them. And, you know anybody that's on the front line, you know anybody who's an essential worker, give them a call, tell them thank you. If you see one, tell them thank you. Show that appreciation for what they're doing. And also, I'm asking everybody to keep in your memory all those who have been killed by the criminals, by thugs, by drug dealers, by the police, by law enforcement, the Ku Klux Klan, the Nazis, the bigots, the gangbangers, white supremacists, the MAGAs, Trumpicans, those who road rage, co-workers who go crazy, people who end up killing somebody who totally innocent, had nothing to do with the situation. And I'm talking about people who get drunk or get high and go out there and decide to drive their car and they run over somebody or kill somebody. It is an accident, but at the same time, the person they killed was an innocent person who did not deserve to die. And the reason they died was because of whoever was acting stupid. But anyway, that's just me. Hey, y'all. Trying to keep this short and everything. I guess this thing don't go out no more. Got a little thing trying to make it go up, but it's not. Anyway, mabuhay, amanla uwetu, hokahe, Harambe, Ashe, Jayu, Mahalo, Wakanda forever, Shalom, Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum assalam, Insha'Allah. I know I forgot some. But anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. Just, giving... just affirming what they do. And also I want to say Bahala Na. Bahala Na, like I told y'all, Bahala Na is Tagalog, which means it is what it is, it will be what it will be. It's on the same thing like Que Sera, Sera, or C'est La Vie, something like that. But it also means when we fall down, we get back up and we continue to struggle. So, like no matter what, we just continue. We don't give up the fight. We just continue to fight. So everybody, stay safe, stay strong, wear that mask if that's what you choose to do. Get vaccinated if that's what you choose to do. I've been vaccinated, but that's my choice, and I don't have a problem with people who don't. But I'm just gonna keep on wearing my mask when I go outside. Now, tomorrow, June 15th, state of California is supposed to be this thing where everything is supposed to reopen. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I'm really thinking about that cashier in Decatur, Georgia, who got murdered by that Victor Lee Tucker because she asked him to wear a mask. And she works at the store, and that's what she did. You know, I'm thinking about her. I'm also thinking about, and I forgot to mention Ronald Green. Hey, y'all, ask you once again, please look up Ronald Green. Look him up on YouTube. Look him up on Google. Look him up on Facebook. Look him up on any media thing that you can look up. Ronald Green was murdered by the Louisiana State Police on May the 10th, 2019. I'd really like you to see what happened and the fact that it don't look like, I don't think anything's going to happen. I hope that the Louisiana State Police will be held accountable. But that's what our problem right now is that the cops are not held accountable. And again, I'm not being anti-police or anti-brutality, but the whole thing is we need to get rid of qualified immunity. Qualified immunity is what's keeping the police from being held accountable. I want them to be held accountable. That's all we're asking for. And that's all I'm asking for. I can't speak for nobody but myself. So anyway, y'all, let me get up out of here. Pray for me and mine, and I'm praying for you and yours. All right? Peace.